Well, I'm sure you've heard of feng shui, but do you know what actually happens in a feng shui consultation? Most of my clients, when they come to me, they don't really know what to expect if they book me. And I thought I would just put this little video together just to explain how I do it. I can't guarantee it's the same way anybody else does it, but it's my way. We're all individual, and I hope that it will answer a few questions for you. I'm going to assume that you are my clients. I'm going to talk to you as I would a client and just explain to you what I'm going to do. So let's make a date, okay? Way before I come to see you, what I need to have from you is your date of birth and anybody else's date of birth who lives there. We'll assume this is your home that we're doing, but this can apply equally to your workspace as well. So the reason I need to do that is, first of all, I need to look at your astrology. That helps me know how to communicate with you, but it also helps me know how you interact with the astrology of your house. Okay, so that's really important. So dates of birth are important. I want to know what your objectives are, what you want to get out of it. So, you know, be honest with me. Everything is in total confidence. Okay, and then thirdly, I need a floor plan. And if you haven't got agent's particulars or you haven't got architectural drawings, don't worry. A hand-drawn floor plan is all I need. And the reason I ask you to do that is because it starts to make a connection between you and your home. I find so many clients don't really have a connection. People move around so often these days, and they treat homes as commodities rather than part of their life, really. So drawing the floor plan yourself, the only thing I want is for it to be to scale, and I always check that when I turn up. But drawing the floor plan yourself really helps you make that connection. It does not need to be neat and tidy and perfect. Okay. All right. So let's assume it's the day of the appointment. I normally try to turn up quite a bit early so I can get a feel for the environment. I'll walk around, I will check your external form, I'll check to see what's behind you, what's in front of you, what's on either side of you. I'll check the road network, I'll check where the traffic's coming from. I will put myself in the shoes of pure energy and start to think about, well, how do I feel? Do I feel vibrant? Do I feel alive? Do I feel fast and quick and want to do things? Or do I feel tired or dead or quiet? So I will get a feel for the type of energy that is nourishing your home. I also want to see how easy this energy can be to get into your house. You know, can it find the gate? Can it find the door? All those sorts of things. So as soon as I arrive, I'm starting to get ideas about what's going on energetically, and that will feed into my recommendations to you. So I knock on the door. You answer it. Please don't do any special tidying up, spring cleaning, or trying to be or live in a way that you don't normally. I do understand it's a huge privilege for me to be invited into your home and to almost observe you living normally and naturally. I do understand that. But it's important that you are as natural as possible, okay, and as tidy or untidy as possible, okay. It's great for you to show me around. Show me how you use the space. I want to see everything. I want to see all the cupboards. I want to see what's in them. Not kitchen cupboards, but, you know, understairs cupboards, storage cupboards, things like that. I want to see the garage. I want to see your bedroom. I want to see your bathroom. I want to see everything. Okay, and I just want you to talk me through and tell me why you've hung that picture there, what you plan to do. Do you have any plans? Have you decorated recently? How do you feel? Just talk to me and tell me the sorts of things that are good and the sorts of things that you want to improve. That all starts to give me an idea of what's going on energetically as well. Then I have to ask you to leave me alone. Leave me in a quiet corner. I can work on the floor. I'm very flexible, but just a little bit of peace and quiet, because what I will do is I will walk around on my own. I will take measurements. This is using, you've probably seen one of these before, my feng shui compass. This is known as a low pan. So we've got the compass section in the middle, and then all the different pieces of information which are relative to different compass directions around the outside. Okay, I may get things like these out depending on the individual consultation. These are my dowsing rods, or I may use a dowsing pendulum as well. This is my work one. The stainless steel one, because whenever I drop it quite often, and it's tough, this little pendulum. So that's that one there. And I may use those as well, especially if I'm trying to find out whether certain things are having a beneficial effect or a negative effect on the individuals. Okay, so do all my calculations and I start to write down my recommendations. I'm also looking at the astrology of the house as well, and this is all done through calculations and things. Then I am ready to talk again to you and to tell you what I found and to walk you through all of my recommendations. So that will mean going around the house again to talk to you about things that are good, things that can be made even better, and suggestions of how you can do that, and things that are not so good but can either be negated or made better, and suggestions about how you can do that. This is a really important time. This is the time for you to ask questions. This is the time for you to really come up with ideas. I'll give you an example. If I'm suggesting perhaps use the element of wood to enhance a certain energy, I would suggest to you that you would use maybe shades of green, or you might use rectangular shapes. You might use actually living wood, which are beautiful green lush leafy plants. Okay, you might say, oh, well, yes, yeah, I quite like the idea of a plant. What type of plant should I have? And then we'll talk about the different plants that you like, because there are some plant shapes that are better than others. So it's a discussion about, you know, the way to cure things, the way to put things right, but in a way that is right for you and things that you like rather than things that you don't like. It's not about me imposing things or saying you must buy this and put something there, because at the end of the day it's your home and it's your environment and you have to like what you have there. Okay, so that's a really important thing. It gives you the chance to ask loads and loads of questions. Now, you will never ever remember everything I say, but don't worry about that, because I will be writing everything down, and after I go home I will put everything in writing. You got a nice long report from me with all my recommendations, and I try to put them into order of importance. I never suggest that anybody puts all the recommendations into place all at once, because it's just too much of an upheaval. One thing at a time. Okay, so you get that after, so you don't have to worry about trying to remember everything, but it's your time with me to ask me as many questions as possible. And that effectively is a consultation. It normally takes a minimum of 2 hours. It can double that depending on how many questions you have, how big the place is, and really anything else that comes up. So I hope that has helped a little bit. And if you are thinking of having feng shui consultation, then you know, maybe that's removed the mystery of it as well. In terms of remote consultations, I also work remotely as well. And I do basically everything apart from having that one-on-one conversation with the clients, although in most cases I will have an hour by Skype after I've done the consultation. And in some cases I've even, you know, been taken around the house on a tablet. So that works fairly well. So even if the consultant that you choose is not close to you, and then people can always work remotely as well. Okay, I hope that has helped. For more information about anything I do, including feng shui consultations, just have a look at my website. Details are below, and I will see you soon.